Grit with Grace is brought to you by Zoetis. Your dedication runs deep, and it fuels everything Zoetis does. To protect and support cattle and those who care for them, we are born of the bond. Learn more at bornofthebond.com.
Well, a year ago, John Moody's daily routine took a tragic turn. While feeding cattle, a farming accident left him stranded. But it's a rural route hero who delivered a rescue that embodied grit and grace. Nestled in the southwest corner of Virginia is a lush landscape that serves as the backdrop every day for Alan Dix.
This is part of my 75-mile mail route that I travel 6 days a week.
A route he knows by memory is one he traveled a year ago, just like any other day, until he came across a scenario that seemed out of place as a local farmer's tractor was in the fence and still running.
When I first saw John, it was comforting when I saw him, and I could tell that he was conscious.
But when Alan inched closer, he noticed John Moody was still conscious, but quickly learned what had just taken place.
I was feeding my cattle, and I had a hay bale here on the front, and I had a hay bale on the back.
About an hour before, John was feeding cows. It was March 4th, 2021, the day after John's 70th birthday.
Normally I just pull off the side of the road and pull off in the ditch and let it idle there, and I go across the road, open the gate, and come back and get on the tractor. Started back to the tractor and looked up, and here come the tractor.
He says his first instinct was to try to jump on.
My right leg got caught under the back tire and it just pulled me under. Luckily, when it ran over me, when it got to my hips, then it just turned to the side and went on off into the fence. I thought I was paralyzed. I couldn't move either one of my legs.
Knowing he couldn't move his legs, he still tried to muster the strength to get help.
I thought, well, maybe I can pull myself up and get on the tractor, but I couldn't take a step or nothing.
But as he lay on the ground, John heard a steady stream of hooves heading straight toward the open gate.
So I crawled over and got the gate shut so the cattle couldn't get out.
And in that moment, he knew his only chance of survival was to lie back down and wait.
I kept thinking, well, sooner or later the mailman would come.
And after about an hour,
and sure enough, finally the mailman came.
Alan Dix came by right on schedule.
He called the rescue squad and called my wife.
I was able to move the tractor off of the fence, get it back to the barn. Was able to mend the fence.
Even then, Alan's job still wasn't finished.
He needed some personal things from the house. I went to his house and got those.
As the ambulance showed up and rescued John, Alan didn't miss a beat.
And then I finished the mail route.
After all, to Alan, that's just what you do.
We take care of each other out here. We look after each other.
But for John, Alan didn't just rescue him. Alan went well beyond his day job as John was desperate for help.
And then when he got back down to where I was, another neighbor had came and they fixed the fence where the tractor ran into the fence so the cattle couldn't get out.
As for John, he was flown to Wake Forest Baptist Hospital in North Carolina, where there he spent 15 days. But the road to recovery took several months.
I had one neighbor came and fed my cattle for the rest of the winter. Then I had another one come and vaccinated all my calves.
While John Moody was shown so much love the months after the accident, to John and Debbie Moody, there's only one hero.
Alan is truly a hero. He will always be a hero to the Moody family because of his quick thinking, and he was able to assess the situation when he got there.
And while Alan says he was just doing his job, he's not your typical mail carrier. Instead, he's a humble hero who delivered a rural route rescue significant enough to receive the U.S. Postal Service's Hero Award last fall.
Saved me from a lot of suffering by getting there when he did, or I don't know when somebody would have got there that day.
As for John, his recovery has been a year in the making.
I had been thinking about cutting back on my cattle. Well, while I laid there, I thought, well, this might be a good time just to sell all of them. So that's what I did once I got better.
But John's story also has a happy ending, because almost a year after John survived the tractor accident and sold off all his cows knowing he couldn't care for them, he just bought 19 head of cattle to graze again. Affirmation that when you have enough heart and passion, it's a way of life that not even tragedy can take away.
Wow, it's stories like this that really do showcase the best of rural America. And you can hear more of those heartwarming stories by just following the QR code on the screen. It will take you directly to the Grit with Grace landing page online, where we have all the stories from this past year. All right, when we come back, Pain at the Pump.
Has anybody noticed gas prices lately?
Sleep, my child, in peace attend thee all through the night.